Delete. Or refresh the page. There we go. It's muted. We should be good.
You can see your screen?
Yes. I was sharing that a while ago.
Okay.
Just so I wouldn't forget.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, I need another monster though.
You do? All right.
Yeah.
There you go.
Okay. Wow. Remember Assassin's Creed Origins? I don't. I couldn't even remember the title. It's on. It's on the. It came out the same day as Mario Odyssey. If that explains why nobody knows or talks about that game.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Whoops.
Oh, fucking group.
It's like career suicide. Yeah, let's release it the same day as Mario Odyssey. Anyway, we're streaming Angels with Scaly Wings.
Yay.
So we're going to be going after Lorum.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go after him, alright.
This isn't a good stream to start on, or good video to start on, because we're going to be skipping through a lot of stuff for new people.
Yeah, fucking watch the video, you stupid, beautiful person.
Anyway, oh yeah, we've already seen this. So it turns out,
Yeah,
yeah.
he talks about him playing video games and making this game about
I hold up my
humans and-
finger a lot.
Ah!
Rest.
Yeah, rest. Fuck it.
Tattoo Park.
That's your park?
And fucking search the pavilion 3 times.
Okay. You know what? You never know what you'll find around a pavilion. Let's do this. Shuffle. There doesn't seem to be anything important here, but at least it provides excellent shade.
Fucking lie.
Again? I guess I should look harder this time.
Questioning himself.
Adjusting himself. Nope. Nothing here.
Fucking liar, he's lying to you.
Again? I guess I should look harder this time.
Fools you into thinking like, oh, it's just a loop. And then, oh,
I found something.
whoa,
It's a round, smooth orb about the size of a bowling ball. Wait a minute, I recognize this. It looks like something I saw in one of those books the other day. Might as well take it with me. An Ixaman sphere, part orb. I hope you have big pockets to carry this thing around in. I apparently do. What if I search it again?
I think you can fucking go ahead.
Again, I guess I should look harder this time. You found another orb. What the fuck? No, nothing here. Okay, stop searching, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't think I'll find anything else here.
And then now you can do whatever.
Yeah, well deserved rest. Lorum.
Hey, look whose house it is.
Wow.
There you are. Come in.
Sure. Blushing
I'm
already.
sick. Can't believe you agreed to do this again.
I don't believe it either. It's my pleasure.
But I've had a chance to work through everything from last time. We can do some real work.
Shit.
Whoa! What was that? Gunshot. Down. Get down.
You don't have sodas in your world?
Oh,
Sounds great.
I did a staggering amount of research on mythical humans. Here, let me show you some of the stuff I found.
Hang on just a second.
What the hell? What happened? Whoa!
I need
am I
to turn the
doing?
music down just a tad. It seems to be like louder than last time.
I should just play some like idle music in the background. Cause
Yes,
it's
he has
always
like
so
some
quiet.
music, like some piano music going, but it just seems a little louder than usual. Sure. I sat down at a coffee table, Lorum opened up a laptop and started to type away. Seeing the laptop brought back memories in our world that had become obsolete a long time ago.
Before I show you these images, turn that down. I should probably tell you that some of them are really weird. Just don't take them the wrong way.
Oh, you already told me about the 4-headed human, so I think I can handle this.
Alright.
Am I going to see, like, mythical human dicks? Oh.
Oh, this looks like a kappa.
Ah.
Yeah, Pikachu.
I'm a human. He's tasty.
It's tasty.
He looks attractive. Doesn't look very human to me.
This one is supposed to be one of our ancestors.
Ancestors. Well, it does remind me of some of the dragons I've seen here, but I'm not sure what humans have to do with this.
You remember the myth about our creator turning into a dragon, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, here's an interesting question. What species did that human turn into? There are a number of dragon species nowadays that aren't genetically compatible with each other. Did the human choose one of them? Did they perhaps procreate? A shared ancestor is one option. This would mean that the different species split after the human's involvement in our creation. If human DNA was involved in some way, this might explain how our different species came to be. Take a far ancestor of ours and apply various amounts of human DNA. The result would be a number of different species, each with a different amount of resemblance to humans.
Okay.
Weird.
Interesting.
Now, it has been said that an upright stance and being able to walk on two legs is a more human trait.
Right. Most humans walk on two legs, so that's true. I'm not sure I'd agree with that. Right.
On all levels but physical, I am a wolf.
Oh.
That's fucking stupid. In any case, it's one of the things that makes humans unique. As a result, some people believe that certain species share some more traits with humans than others. They think it makes them more noble or something. Luckily, this doesn't happen often.
You can walk on two legs as well, right? I mean, you're sort of standing on two legs right now.
Sure, in this theory of shared human DNA, this puts me somewhere in the middle, since I still have wings and horns.
I can see that.
Big fucking ears.
Oh.
Here, look at this one.
Yeah, he does have ears.
Hey, how could you not notice them? They're giant.
For some reason, I thought they were like flaps. Oh, it's a goblin.
A goblin.
It looks like he's melting cheese pizza or something. Pizza the Hut! I wouldn't want to live in the same town as this fellow. I'm not sure if this is much closer than the previous one. What's with the little horns? Yeah, that's the thing that comes out.
Yeah, seriously.
Jumps on me.
I didn't even see
I'm
the
not sure this is much closer than the other one.
Not even a little?
Maybe a little. I'm not sure he's partially a particularly friendly one, though.
Actually, I think this is supposed to be a human female.
Yeah.
Okay, interesting. No, I can see that.
There are some that
It's
don't
my
think
ex-wife.
humans are friendly at all, though. I'm alone.
I'm so lonely. I don't even have an ex-wife. Really, so far I've only heard positive things about us.
Some interpretations of our myths don't exactly paint you in the best light. There are also people who oppose the idea of human worship and what their involvement has meant for us.
In what way?
They say the human interference was unnatural and that we need to get back to our roots.
Of being not intelligent beasts that die from
Yeah.
a meteor? You got it.
Yeah.
Maverick's brother that just started eating everybody.
Yeah, it's almost like that's what you would be like if you weren't intelligent. And how do you think they could do that?
Apparently it means refusing to use modern technology and living in caves or the wilderness again.
Oh, like... Sorry. Oh, what's the name? Oh, like the Amish. Yeah,
Yeah.
like an animal.
Like a Scientologist.
Like an animal.
Oh my god.
Pretty much. Most of us think those people are crazy, though.
I think the Amish have this like year period when they turn 18 that they go out into the world and experience technology for like a year,
Yeah.
and they make a
yeah.
decision to either come back or stay in the world.
Yeah.
But once you come back, there's no going back.
Yeah.
Fuck that though.
Yeah, I'm like, oh god.
They say have the choice, I guess. As long as they aren't hurting anyone, it's like the Amish.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They're harmless, really.
yeah. They don't even have weapons.
You probably won't see one of them around here anyway.
This is an interesting style, though. Do you know how these pictures were made?
No. I'm sure that information was provided when I looked them up in the library, but I didn't copy all of that.
And you're just using these as references.
I make do with what I can get.
Take a picture of me. That'll.
No. Maybe now you can see why I wanted your help, though.
All right. What do you need me to do?
I just want to make some quick sketches. You can stand over there by the wall.
Okay, I can certainly do that. No chairs for me. I walked up to the spot he indicated. When I took my place, I saw that he laid out a number of pens, paper, and other art supplies on the table. Oh, this is going to take a while, isn't it?
I'll try to be quick about it.
Pick me like one of your French dragons.
Mm.
Do you want me to strike a pose or something?
Mm-mm. A T-pose should be good to get started.
No problem. That's my default pose. What's that? Shut up. Shut up. You don't know
Just
about
put
video.
your arms sideways so you look like a giant T.
Oh, I get it. Whatever. Raising my arms to the sides. I wonder how long this would take. I'm gonna get tired quick. That's not
Great.
easy to hold up for more than 5 minutes.
Now try to stay as still as possible.
Here I go. I'm already regretting this. Can I still talk?
Sure, as long as you don't talk with your arms.
I am a very handsy guy. As I wasn't allowed to move my head, I stared at Lorem sketching my figure. Finger to the chin the entire time. Amazing.
Oh.
This went on for a few minutes until I suddenly heard the sound of a door opening. Did you have a roommate?
We met him
Yeah, it's that
yeah.
guy.
Oh yeah.
when Lauren went missing.
Oh yeah.
Ibsen.
Lorem and
You be that.
Ibsen.
You be that guy.
Hey Lorem. Maybe I should do a voice. I don't know, what does this guy sound like?
What does he
Shit.
sound like to you?
Maybe he sounds
All right,
fabulous.
the human was gonna visit today. It's the same
I
voice.
wasn't gonna visit today.
Oh my god, no.
Okay, I totally forgot about that. You don't mind if I take a seat, right?
Why do you sound like that? You just want to study Chrono.
Like you aren't doing that right now. Besides, this room is mine as much as it is yours. I'll just watch and be quiet.
It almost sounds like
Strongly.
almost sounds like Kermit. in a way.
It's okay. It sounds a lot like Inspector Gadget, if I'm being honest. That's what.
Gee,
I'll
what
just
you are
watch
doing
and
that
be
right
quiet.
now? I thought you had experiments to run.
And they are running. I'd rather not be confined to my tiny room for the next 2 hours, staring at the ceiling and waiting for them to finish.
But no experiments on Chrono. Oh, what was that? You spit your glob on the floor again? I swear to God.
I'm sorry. Yes, I'll just sit here and maybe take a few notes. Okay, how many lines does this character actually have? Because maybe that's a little too silly if it starts getting heavy.
He's not a major character, but he's a side character, so probably a bit
Oh.
more than a little.
Okay.
I'm sorry, Chrono. This is my roommate and longtime best friend, Ipsum.
Nice to meet you, Ipsum.
His scientific bluntness may be off-putting, so please bear with him.
Go Gadget fake voice.
Sorry about that.
Sorry about that. I don't actually talk like that. Speak for yourself. So much.
I'm actually
for
quite attractive.
I'm actually. Look at this mustache. So much for those two being best friends. They're just having a conversation. Jeez. Lauren returned to his drawing. Oh shit! I'm starting to draw Ipsum. Shit. The silence only been interpreted by the strokes of his pen. Something interesting happened at work today.
Did they finally figure out it was you who was playing all those pranks?
No, they'll never catch me. I was taking, what was it, like Yugi or something? I was talking with a colleague about the humans here, and I offhandedly mentioned that Chrono was coming over.
I don't like where this is going.
They want to have an orgy.
Oh no.
I hope you're ready. Stay in that T-pose. They might like that.
I'm ready.
My body is ready. Some hours
Yeah,
later,
that's worth it.
Anna barges into my office and says Chrono is off limits to anyone besides her as far as tested experiments are concerned.
Well, I'm not taking any samples. I could hardly be blamed for just looking at Chrono.
Yes, but that makes me wonder. Chrono, did you agree to visit her and undergo her rigorous testing regimen? In this timeline? Not really.
Yeah.
Evidently, she thinks otherwise. Oh, and Lorem, have you seen my Ixamen sphere recently?
Didn't you take it with you when we went to the park the other day?
Oh, you mean this whole thing?
You mean this thing I found?
Yes, I did.
Well, that's the last time I saw it.
I must have lost it then. I already searched the whole apartment.
I'm not Tell him. Did you go into my room?
Hmm.
Fuck.
No.
Maybe someone found it.
I had it registered in my name when I lost it, so if anyone found it, it should show up sooner or later. I remember the sphere that I'd found in the park. I dug into my pocket to show it to him. Wait a minute, are you talking about...
Hey, no moving around.
Bitch, this is important. Quick, like, extended my arms to make
By
a
the way, what
perfect
is
T-pose.
that big fucking orb thing in your pocket?
Yeah, it's a big bowling... It's the size of a bowling ball.
No matter.
Sorry, I just found something in the park recently that may or may not be your X-Men sphere. Where is it? Probably in one of my pockets. With these words, Ipsum got up and walked over to me.
So much for just sitting quietly in the corner and letting me work in peace.
Bitch, I mean, come on!
Why can't he just take a second?
Lorem, take a second! Jesus. We're talking about a very expensive piece of equipment here.
Just give it to him, Chrono.
Okay, if you insist. I searched my pockets and looked for the sphere to know if it... Excuse me? How do you not know if you have it or not? Huh? It's not here. So you don't have it after all. What kind of cruel joke are you playing here? I must have left it in my apartment. That's interesting.
You still have it. Just,
Yeah, status. This thing.
yeah.
Do I
You
not
have
have
it in
all
your-
that? Yeah.
You have it on your person, but it's not on you.
What a shame. I can fetch it after we're done with this. It would be better if you just handed it to the police. After all, we don't even know if it is my sphere that you found. Either way, the police should be able to verify it and locate its owner. Alright. What is an X-Men sphere, anyway?
It's just a glorified toy for grown-ups, really.
You have no idea what you're talking about. People call it a children's card game, but it's not.
It's for men!
It's for men. And we decide the fate of the world. Oh, here we go again with the fate of the world.
Ah, you always start with this, you.
Oh, start with this, you.
Why you just watch movies, man? What happened?
I'm the king of games. An X-Men sphere is a very sophisticated tool with countless number of uses. Like what? It can levitate and follow you around, take photos. You can even use it as a calculator.
Making it a glorified toy for grown-ups.
So it's like an iPhone, but it's like a droid that follows you around. I use it for my experiments.
Apple's gonna make that in a couple of years.
Yeah. The eye sphere follows you. Well,
And everything you do.
if they can take photos, I wouldn't need to stand around like this. That is, if we had it right here right now. It is a great companion for all situations in life.
It's much easier to draw from a live model than from a photo, though.
Okay. Easier for you, maybe. I hope this didn't take much longer, because my arms went numb a while ago.
Yeah, I think you can relax for now. I'm nearly done with this one.
Yeah, why don't you start with the arms? Jackass. Jackass! A tingling sensation went up my arms as I relaxed. Slowly, I began to regain feeling in them. Oh, I'm having a stroke.
Alright, now turn around.
I thought we were
Beat your
done
ass.
already.
Oh.
Not unless we want our humans to lack a backside.
Oh. So that's what this is all about.
You know what I mean.
I know exactly what you mean.
He's making
Isn't
a
it my
board
turn to draw you now?
That's not how it works.
Ah, jeez. I wouldn't mind getting a portrait of myself. I can already see it. The light shining from above, caressing my luscious mane, highlighting each lock as they interplay.
This is gonna be a long day.
Depends on how fast you are. As I was now facing the wall, I couldn't see what Lorem and Ipsum were doing. After a few seconds of silence, I heard some whispering coming from the couch. What are you talking about? I didn't want to be rude, but I was curious about your vestments.
He said, and I quote, "This would be more interesting if it wasn't for those clothes Chrono was wearing."
Huh. I see how it is. Coming here was a very bad idea. I'm just saying it would be hard to study an insect if there was a piece of cloth draped over it. Wearing that much just seems odd to me.
If humans wear clothes like this, it's only appropriate to depict them as such.
Well, if you're drawing, you start naked, then add clothes.
Neat.
It depends on who's drawing. Anyway, and my scientific curiosity shall remain unsatisfied.
because Chrono is not here to do that, and you would get in big trouble with Anna.
We actually have a pretty big variety of vestments. I could tell you about it.
Sounds good, but not right now. I have to finish this up first.
Alright. So, Ipsum, I heard a lot about experiments in science now, but what do you actually do? I work in the facility as a biologist with a minor in physics. In addition to the office, I also have my own setup here at home. I assure you it's properly isolated from the rest of our apartment. It even has a fume hood to prevent accidents. But I only use it for the smallest of experiments, usually things unrelated to my job. Sounds boring!
God.
Okay, sounds interesting.
Okay. Don't get him started, or you
Okay.
won't hear the end of it.
Don't even get him started. Well, now I'm started. Maybe you would
Oh.
like to talk about your hobby instead, Lorem. Isn't this already a hobby?
I guess you could say so.
I was talking about his other hobby, though.
Oh, that.
Oh,
Dildo collecting.
is he a human-y?
I'm a bad dragon.
Does he have
I
a
don't know.
bunch of human dildos?
Oh my god.
He Brown's like
Bad
human
Oh my god.
humanaffinity.com.
Oh my god.
There's no need to be embarrassed about your hobbies. He likes flowers. Once he even made a crown out of daisies. Cutest thing in the world.
Don't listen to him. As usual, he only tells half the story.
What's the other half then?
I have an extensive love for botany.
Oh. The fern he keeps in his room must be the happiest plant alive.
I find gardening to be very relaxing, especially when the birds are singing in the morning. It's so nice to go out there with a nice cup of tea and work in the garden of our apartment building. Which reminds me, Ipsum here has quite an extensive tea collection. Although I'm not sure if he prefers to hoard tea or gadgets, it is a mystery.
I heard there was going to be a model of the Ixalan sphere that can actually make tea. That's going to be must-buy.
Can it also make cups, or are you supposed to sip it out of the sphere itself?
Oh, shut up!
I'm sick of your shit.
I'm sick of your fucking shit! You're the thing that makes shakes or dispenses ice or water and you want it to make cups as well? Just put a cup there! God! Oh!
Damn it!
You two sound just like an old couple.
Couple? Us?
Yeah, you fuck? Not
my-
really.
We've known each other for a long time, though, if that counts.
I think it does. By the way, Ipsum, you're not from here, right? What is that supposed to mean? Well, you look nothing like any other dragon I've seen here so far, except for the Chinese dragon that sells ice cream.
He was on 4
Yeah.
legs.
I suppose that's true for Lorem as well. You're both pretty small. But you, Ipsum, also have hair. That's certainly new. Except for that Kevin fellow.
Fucking God, don't even get me started on that kid.
Hey, Chrono, here I am, eating some stuff in his apartment. Hey,
Funny thing about hair.
what is he doing here?
Ugh.
Not as unusual as you might think, but you're right. There aren't many of us in these parts. I imagine being smaller than the rest of the population would come with its own challenges.
It's not that big a deal. If something is unreachable for me, I can fly.
This apartment was actually intended to house one dragon of a bigger size. Not only makes it fairly cheap, but it's also big enough for both of us. And somehow it has 2 bedrooms.
Ah.
There's one thing I've been wondering. How do you even sit on one of those chairs? Wouldn't the backrest cause problems with your tails? Thank you!
I see what you mean. For me, it's never been a problem because most chairs are bigger than I am.
It's just a question of getting into the right position. You know, chairs usually don't have a right position you have to sit in to make it comfortable. Unless it's some stupid modern bullshit.
Yeah.
Like, you don't look at a couch and go like, well, if I sit in it the right way, it might be comfortable. You
Okay.
you just sit down. God! However,
What's wrong with people nowadays?
this might be different from those of us who mostly walk on 4 legs, but they usually don't use chairs like these at all. Then what the fuck?
I've seen a few try, though.
I suppose they want to imitate humans this way. Even if they can't stand or walk like a human, they try to sit like one.
With varying results. Some I've seen looked really funny, trying to fit in chairs they are too big for, or sitting in odd ways that clearly don't work with their anatomy.
Okay. Yeah, thank you for addressing it, at least. I see. So you guys are stupid.
Yeah.
And you buy the furniture maker's stupid shit, even though it's not fit to your anatomy. Correct?
Yeah.
Maybe all the chairs, all those school chairs that we have with all those tails in the back, all those holes in the back are meant for tails, and those are dragon
removed by the
chairs.
dragon.
Oh my god.
Lorem,
And
yes.
before he could give his secret out, he died.
He died.
So he only made those for the kids.
Yeah, just the kiddies. You asked me about breath weapons last time, but I don't think you ever told me if you had one. Probably because it isn't even worth mentioning.
It may only be a very small flame, but it can get really very hot.
What about you, Ipsum?
Yes, Ipsum, what about you?
Oh, here we go. My breath weapon is elocution. Ah? Excellent. Hold on.
Self-voicing enabled. Ipsum, my breath weapon is elocution.
Elocution.
Self-voicing disabled.
Elocution. Since words are more powerful than anything else. I was like, is it supposed to be electrocution? But they misspelled it. But no, it's wordplay, I guess. Same as mine then.
Alright, I'm done with this one. You can turn around.
Really? But staring at the wall was so much fun.
Jeez.
Does this mean we're done?
Let's make one more. Maybe something dynamic.
Time to dab.
Oh no.
Oh god.
How dynamic are we talking about?
This was before dabbing was a thing.
Yeah.
Something that isn't static like just did.
Oh wow.
Ooh.
Discord was I guess lagging up a little bit.
What's the quality on the sharing?
480.
Okay.
I didn't put it to 720. Could you say that one more time?
What, the thing?
Yeah, because
Oh,
it's like
that.
cut out.
Something that isn't static, like the reference models I just did. Sorry, my we're actually a hive mind. My connection.
Whoops!
Well,
Looks like
sorry.
your elocution isn't
that's a
good.
You just
That's a
phased
spoiler.
out. It's okay.
You can strike a pose, something that's just you.
All right. What kind of pose should I go for? Oh, here we go. A swimwear pose. I think that is like, yeah. I'll do a swimwear pose. Draw me like one of your.
Yay!
It's a Titanic reference right there. Draw me like one of your French girls.
My what?
Forget what I just said.
Sure.
By the way, did you get the groceries when you came home from work?
Yes, just as usual.
You two, you're shutting. Are you too sure you're not in a relationship? I certainly am.
Actually, Ipsum is deeply in love with his home laboratory.
Oh, really? I'm not even going to deny that when I'm not working on something at the office. I do it so here. What are you currently working on? I've been looking into the physics of teleportation. You're talking about the portal, right? Well, I don't have permission to even approach the portal, so I have to resort to a theoretical discussion on its mechanics and make do with what I can pull off in my own home laboratory. Maybe I could tell you a few things. That won't be necessary. I already read all the available test reports. Okay, then.
Okay, fuck you.
Yeah, whatever. Are you aware that using the portal could be incredibly dangerous? I'm not sure what you're talking about. Then you don't have a complete understanding of what the portal actually does and what it means for our world at large. In order for a portal to function, a natural wormhole is required. It is trapped and becomes the portal's entry. The portal manipulates the wormhole's exit. This way, something can be sent to whichever destination is chosen. That is a theory about the purpose of the natural wormholes in the universe. It states that they act as support pillars of the space-time continuum. How so? Well, how should I explain this?
I think the video game analogy worked pretty well.
Sure, in a video game, what happens when you meet the edge of a map? You hit a wall?
That happened in some games, but in others,
Oh, like Pac-Man. You reappear on the opposite side.
like Final Fantasy.
Right,
That's
right.
like what I thought of.
Final Fantasy?
Yeah, like in the world map when you
Oh.
like in Final Fantasy 9 you're flying around on the thing.
I guess, yeah, that kind of works like any, like, globe would. I was just thinking Pac-Man, where, like, you
Oh,
go out
yeah.
the right side, you come out the left side. Or original Mario Brothers arcade or something. How does this happen? If our world was a perfect sphere, someone could just keep flying in the same direction and eventually they would end up at the starting port again. Sure.
But that would be if our world was round. Only
Huh.
idiots believe that.
Yeah, we're all flat earthers here. What about you?
You just
God.
leave. You're just like, I'm out. Don't even want this ending. What?
NASA designs the windows in airplanes to make you think that the Earth is spherical. Isn't that just crazy? Okay. This is just a result of physics. It's just physics. In the abstraction of a video game, however, it doesn't work like that. They don't try to replicate a spherical world, but use a 2D plane instead. This is getting confusing. Imagine a piece of paper with a world map printed on it, right? Well, it shows the entirety of the world. It's just a simple, flat piece of paper rather than a sphere, right? Sure. This is like Final Fantasy.
Yeah.
Let us assume that in a game our world map looks like that. Now what happens when we approach the edge and walk over it? Wait, and walk over it is that we are... What the fuck? Hold on. Now what happens when we approach the edge and walk over it is that we are teleported to the opposite side. Okay, I know that that's probably right, it's weird.
Yeah, it's like, now what happens when we approach the edge and walk over it? Yeah, it is kind of worded weirdly.
Yeah, it's like there should be a comment in there somewhere.
It should be like, now what happened? Now what happens is
We approach the edge.
Approach the edge
And walk over it is with that we were... God damn it, that's weird. Anyway, I'm moving on. I get what he's saying. How did I even say that?
I don't even fucking know.
This doesn't actually make the game world a sphere, but rather a torus. A torus?
I'm a Libra. You know, like a donut.
Like the Pokemon. If that's
fuck up,
shut up.
Tom.
Shut up! God, you always bring up Pokemon. If that's the comparison you want to make. Okay. Now things are going to get really complicated. Are you familiar with the mini-world's interpretation of quantum mechanics? Oh, yes. That.
We'd be like, oh no.
Let's say I'm not. Let's say I am. Yep. It states that every single time a choice is made by any actor that possesses free will, the universe splits off into different branches. Multiverse theory. This means that for every choice you made, there exists a branch of the universe where you made a different decision. That means all those people that we left behind in fucked up universes, they're still there. And I'm just gone. I see.
Yeah.
Now, we can't communicate with these other branches in any way. You don't know what would happen if you had made a different decision just this morning. You can make an educated guess, but the only person who truly knows what would happen is the alternate you who has made that decision and is living its consequences. That is, unless we could communicate with those other branches. However, there is a barrier that prevents us from doing that. This barrier is made up of wormholes. How does that work? It's very similar to the torus world model that is used in games. As we approach the edge of our own world, the barrier causes us to end up on the other side instead. Does this mean we get teleported to the other side, like in video games?
Like video games?
Not necessarily. If it would just be as correct to assume that our universe is shaped like a torus. So which is it then? Do we get teleported or not? God! Make up your mind! That depends on how you look at the wormhole's function. Sorry, I was like
going back to Inspector Gadget again.
oh god! I was like, what? I don't think I could have done that voice this entire time.
Yeah.
I could have, but it would have been like, you couldn't take it serious. Imagine this sheet of paper is the entirety of our world. He took a sheet of paper from Lorem's stack and showed it to me. See, this fuck. I'm gonna erase this shitty drawing real quick.
Damn, that's my drawing.
Whatever. It's a T-pose. Who cares?
Bully.
You big bully. I'll just take a picture later. Whatever. Marking a spot near the edge with a pen. And this is where you live. You live in this hole. Unfortunately, your workplace is here on the other side. You drew an X close to the right edge of the paper. If the world was flat, this would be very unfortunate. However, if the world was a torus, and the left and right edges would be connected, you could take the shorter route to work by going over the ledge. Like a cylinder, almost, but it's a donut shape. Let's say this is the only possible, because wormholes connect these two edges together. If you happen to be right at the very edge and look beyond, everything would look perfectly fine for you. Given that these wormholes stay in their place, you would never know that the world is actually flat, that you could only travel to the other side because wormholes connect the edges. If you think that the world is a torus. I've heard something similar, where they take a sheet of paper and they do that same thing, left and right side, and they fold it over and they poke through both points with a pencil, and that's the wormhole that connects those 2 points. And that's how you get to... You don't even have to move. The wormhole just warps you like straight through the other side of the paper, where the pencil is piercing both of them.
Yeah.
That's an explanation I've heard. Right. However, what if wormholes don't actually bring you to the other side by teleporting you, but instead just bend the paper into a torus shape and hold the edges together? Like this, I guess. Okay, if these wormholes failed or were displaced, the paper would unfold, throwing the world into disarray. That's what the wormholes in the barrier actually do. They hold everything together. So they're really more like glue. If it wasn't for them, the overall construct would collapse in on itself. What construct?
The universe, dummy.
The entirety of space-time! Marty, we gotta go back!
We gotta glue up the wormholes.
We gotta glue them up! Gotta get a bunch of Gorilla Glue! Now, if these theories are true, that would mean that using a portal damages the barrier. Each time the portal is activated, the wormhole used for the teleportation is displaced, leaving a small gap where it used to be. Do this too often, and the overall system will destabilize eventually.
Oh.
Alright. Sorry.
Oh yeah. I was looking for Angels with Scaly Wings music. Alright, maybe you shouldn't talk about your theories about how the world is going to end.
Nothing is going to happen because the portal was used a few times. I just hope humanity is aware of its implications. Maybe we can collaborate. Or maybe I should tell you how many times I've used the portal so far. I certainly hope so. Your researchers seem to know what they're doing. You seem to, know more about this than anybody else, though. Fuck Kevin.
Okay.
I'm psychology major. Dorks! I just wish I could be a part of it. With everything that's going on, the future looks incredibly exciting. What do you think is going to happen, Mitsum?
Now you'll get him started. Don't say I didn't warn you.
Now I'm started! the knowledge...
I have started!
I'm started now!
Startle.
Startle. The knowledge contained within your PDAs could propel innovation forward by unseen lengths.
Meaning a lot more experiments for you to do.
Which would be terribly exciting.
Personally, I'm more interested in the social implications.
What do you mean?
I don't expect there to just be a back and forth of ambassadors forever.
You talking about colonies?
Oh, I bet. No, wait,
Sorry.
no.
Oh, I bet
No.
Laura would jump at an opportunity to live in the human world. I'm not sure if that would be a good idea. Why not?
Oh, there we go. Oh, there's like a weird skip for me.
Oh,
Obviously, such an endeavor would need a lot of preparation. We would need to learn about their culture and adjust appropriately.
I'm just making sure that I don't have any drop frames. It could just be a Discord acting up. I might
Probably,
need to,
yeah.
stop sharing and reshare if that happens any more times.
Yeah, just a little jump. I expect we'd send an ambassador over there long before that would happen, though. We hardly know anything about their world.
Everything's still up in the air as far as diplomatic relations go. We have no idea what the situation could be like in just a week.
Yes, and it's also incredibly exciting.
Don't get too excited, though, or else you're gonna ruin your drawing! Ha ha!
It's almost done anyway.
You suck! Don't mess up!
Looks like Lorem's holding his tail.
Oh, he's...
I could have held it up off the ground. Here, what do you think?
Lorem leaned over, holding up the paper to Ipsum. Ipsum looked at the paper closely, his gaze shifting back and forth between me and the paper several times. After a few seconds, he seemed to be finished with his evaluation. It sucks. As a scientist, my professional opinion is that this part looks a little long. He pointed his sharp claw at the part of paper Lorem was holding.
Are you sure? Let me see.
If I wasn't sure, I wouldn't have said it.
I think you're right.
That I am. Lorem reached for his eraser, purging a few lines from the paper before he switched to his pen again.
And it's done.
See? What would you ever do without me? Suck, that's what! Ha ha!
Oh.
Bye!
I don't think I'd hear as many explosions in the middle of the night.
You were happy about it when you forgot to set your alarm that one time.
Hmm.
Suddenly the sound of an alarm resonated through the room. Oh, my experiment had done. My Hot Pockets!
That's like a microwave, yeah.
Pizza rolls!
There he goes. Charming fellow, isn't he?
He sounds fun.
I can't fucking
I
stand
can't stand him. He sounds fun.
He certainly keeps things interesting around here, and he's a good art critic.
I can imagine.
Anyway, looks like we're done here.
Whew, feels good to be able to move again. I took that swimwear pose that entire time, I guess.
Would you like to stay for dinner? Maybe the least I can do to compensate for your lost afternoon.
What if the part that was a little too long was like the crotch region? It was like, he's not that big. He's not that
Yeah,
big.
he's not that.
Yeah, you're right, he's not that big.
I think you're right.
Let me see, what time is it? Oh, jeez, it's getting late and I probably shouldn't stay out this long. Looks like I'll have to decline for now.
I see. Well, I gotta do something for you at least.
Don't worry about it, maybe some other time. Don't keep me here!
If you say so. Thanks for doing this at any rate. It's been a huge help.
Yeah, no. Wait, yeah, I know. Don't worry about it, really. Probably could have been easier if I just given him the sphere and we took a picture, but...
But you just left it at home.
So,
Alright.
I guess it's a bowling ball. I wouldn't bring that around everywhere with me. I should really get going now.
Sure, take care.
So now, am I going to be able to take that sphere to the police station?
It'll... whatever. You'll be able to do it.
Nothing
Or,
going on
like,
today.
you won't...
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't remember. I don't think you take it to the police station, but you can go there and see, because I don't remember.
So, okay, I don't have the achievement for having more than one person call me at the end of this.
Yeah.
If I met with somebody twice, would they try to call me on the last day, or you need to do it like 3 times?
I don't remember. I think if you meet with them, I don't know really. It's kind of weird because
Because that's an
remember
achievement,
that
having
one time.
more than one person call you for the fireworks at the last day.
I think you'd have to be with them 3 times because that's like their ending,
Yeah.
essentially.
Okay, well, I guess I'll maybe go for it the next time.
Yeah.
Try to get somebody's bad ending.
just to be safe, just
Yeah.
in case. Like, oh, Anna's is higher, so go with Anna's thing. Like, no, we're not going with Anna.
Spend the day reading. Boom, boom, boom. I'm fine.
Fine, it's just Damien.
Whatever. Fuck Damien. What should I do? Visit the police archives, I guess.
Sure. Ignore him. Ignore him.
Actually, I'm
Ignore
kind
him.
of busy right now. I can't be helped then. Sorry.
Fuck.
Don't worry about it. There'll be someone else along soon, I'm sure. I won't die out here or anything.
Katsuhara later died that night.
When I arrived at the station, I was met by police archivist, a dragoness who introduced herself as Kalinth.
You're in that chrono.
Okay, we've already seen this. Get the fuck out of here.
What does that mean?
Play a
I don't think
prank?
it really matters. We've
Okay,
already done
here we
everything.
go. Rummage through the trash. Nothing there. Stay inside, call the police. Visit, wait it out. In the end, I decided to wait. Investigate was difficult work, yes, but I decided it would be safer to lay low or stay inside for now. I gathered enough information for the day. Hey, you didn't really do much.
Yeah, thanks a lot.
Thanks a lot. You came and played a prank and dug through our trash. Good investigation work. Ding dong. Hey, Lorem.
Hey, Chrono.
So where exactly are we going? You mentioned something about treasure hunting, but don't tell me we're actually trying to unearth some ancient human artifacts.
Don't worry, this is going to be fun.
Okay. I'll just hope for the best.
I'm not sure who came up with it, but someone gave me this kit. Or gave this kit to me as a present a few months ago.
You showed me the map. It was a piece of paper that had obviously been treated to look much older than it really was. Sounds like fun.
Well, look like much for loser. I'm glad you agree.
Not sure it can be much of assistance, though. I don't exactly know much about the area.
But you're big and strong.
Oh, you
Or
idiot.
at least you're bigger and stronger than I am. You can do the digging.
Great.
Besides, I've wanted to do this for a while now, and Ipsum is always busy, so I figured this would be as good a time as any.
Do we need to bring a shovel, or do you expect me to dig with my bare hands?
Well, the instructions say we only need a map. Or need this map and a pen.
I've got a pen. I have a pinus.
Pinos.
What about ourselves?
Great, then we're all set.
Oh shit, my pen's out of ink. Well, I don't have a pen. Where are we supposed to go?
If this is the facility, then the place indicated is the school, or rather somewhere between the school and the administrative building. Administrative. Yeah.
Administrative building.
Administrative building. Yeah, that's what I said.
Yeah, you get that extra S in there and everything.
Yeah.
The silent S is no longer silent or visible. Let's go. Whatever. This looks like Japanese buildings.
Here we are. The X on the map is right between these two buildings, so it must be around here somewhere.
Back to school, huh?
Not quite yet. Everyone's on summer break right now. Which is a good thing, because we really wouldn't want you to get swarmed by all the children. They would go crazy if they saw you.
How does your school work here, anyway?
You talking about this one, or schools in general?
I don't know. You robot? In general, I'd like to know about your school system works as a whole.
I see you won't let a learning opportunity go by.
I'm just doing my job. Fuck off!
You should start looking for that treasure then,
Mm-hmm. Sure.
bitch.
While I looked for hints as to the treasure's whereabouts, Lorem started talking.
Right, we do have quite the education system. Different schools and districts run on their own, so when looking at details, things can vary a lot. However, there are a few things that are true no matter which region you're in. Compulsory education lasts for about 10 years. There are a lot of options for schools and school systems. Choice is an important factor here. We recognize that there isn't one system that works best for everyone, so there are many options depending on what path you want to take.
It doesn't sound too different from what it used to be like in my world, but nowadays things are a bit more chaotic. Practical skills are valued most in our city, and you aren't really given a choice to do anything else. Sure, people can learn other things on their own, but it's not as if the school's mandatory anymore. People just do whatever they feel like.
Did you grow up like that too?
No! I still got to experience our old education system, college
I don't want
included. I don't want that. Give me the French fries.
What was your fact?
What?
It was like loading. It was like, what was your favorite subject?
Let me actually reset the Discord
Yeah,
screen
just in
share.
case.
Yeah, I'll stop.
I was thinking, like, what is your father like?
I'm gonna bring the frame rate down too, just in case that helps. Oh, interesting. I wonder if I was sharing the. I wasn't sharing the OBS, right? I was sharing the actual game.
It was just, yeah, I can see like the whatever, the thing on the top, Angels of Scaly Wings. Little
Okay,
bar and the
I
X.
see.
What was
Okay,
your
what was my
favorite
favorite
subject?
subject? Honestly, oof. Art wasn't that fun. Actually, I hated the art teacher.
Aw.
Physical education, I skipped out on. Went to the computer lab. I didn't really like any of these really. Math was okay.
That's good.
Sure, let's go with art because he's an artist.
Really? Me too!
Oh wow, what a coincidence!
For mediums. I tried sculpting again recently.
Sculpting what?
Art doesn't need a justification.
It does if it's a dildo, Lorem. Was it a dildo?
But anyway, it helps me visualize what the characters in my game should look like, and they're...
They're just giant walking penises. Can't you do that with a computer?
Sure, but working with a physical medium makes things easier for me. Instead of working with an interface, there's only my hands and a lump of clay. No technological gadgets required.
I see.
Did you find anything yet? I sure haven't.
No, I feel like we must be missing something. Give me that map.
Maybe, but the map clearly marked this place. You can see it for yourself.
Yeah, the X definitely points to this alley.
Then it must be here somewhere.
Is this like a geocache or something? Look inside the windows, investigate the water trough, examine the walls. Maybe the water trough like in the drain? Maybe? Maybe it has something to do with the water trough and the faucets.
Maybe, let's check it out.
Walked over and looked inside the water trough. Inside the dirt was already a few inches... Dirt was already a few inches high? Clear indicated that it hadn't been cleaned for a while.
I guess the janitor is on summer break too.
Or maybe they left it here on purpose because our treasure is inside.
It's all dried up though. Way too hard to start digging.
Maybe that's what the faucets are for.
If you say so.
I don't. Oh, here
I
we go. Turned on the faucets and watched as the trough slowly filled with water.
That should be enough.
And now?
We start digging. Come on, what kind of treasure hunters would we be if we didn't get our hands dirty?
I immersed my hands in the sludge.
Ew.
It's pretty hard. Doesn't sound hard, it sounds sloppy.
Let's turn on the water again then.
Lorm joined me. Both of us dug around the sludge, which slowly became clearer as more water filled the trough.
Hey, I think I've got something?
Really?
The question mark? Yeah, I think it's stuck to the bottom.
Is it the drain? Lorm's face was straining as he tried to pull harder and harder on the object he had found. Maybe I should try?
I think I got it.
Okay, fine. Suddenly his hands reappeared from beneath the murky water, holding a small, shiny object in their grasp. It went from his to there.
There it is.
There it is! What is
There
it?
it is.
He opened his hands to reveal a big screw.
Oh.
Maybe we should put that back.
Yeah, maybe.
Let's turn off the water, though. By now, the water had become clear enough and we could see where the screw originally was. After Lorm replaced it, we noticed that besides the water, the trough was completely empty. Guess it's not here after all.
But at least the janitor will be grateful for the cleaning.
Nah, he won't care. Maybe.
No, he won't.
Examine the walls. Maybe it has something to do with the walls.
What makes you think so?
I don't fucking know. We're clearly missing something here. So maybe if there was some sort of hint we've been overlooking. Something that wouldn't be obvious to anyone else who came through here.
I have no idea what you're talking about. These walls don't really look that special to me.
Well, look with your special eyes. My gaze slowly went along the walls, trying to find something. Anything that could have a him in meeting. Hey, look at that!
What do you mean?
I don't know. That kind of looks like an X on the wall, don't you think?
I guess so.
X marks the spot.
Sure.
Maybe it's here somewhere. Hey, it's like Indiana Jones. X marks the spot.
Look, there!
Lorm crouched down and stuck his hand in an indentation that ran along the wall near the ground.
Aha!
What is it? He pulled out a cylindrical, shiny object and held it up to me.
It looks like some sort of capsule. Maybe there's something inside.
It is a geocache. That's gonna be a pretty small treasure. He screwed it open and unscrewed it. Whatever. Screwed it open and held the two halves of the cylindrical object in his hands. To our surprise, it didn't have any empty space on the inside. Nothing could be hidden within. Instead, the inside was two halves were engraved. What does it say?
2J? Is that what it says? It's kind of blurry.
Yeah, 2J.
Alright, 2J.
That's it?
Yep, it's also on the other half.
Might be the coordinates.
The grid on the map had numbers and letters like that.
It's coordinates then.
That means 2J would be here.
Right in the middle of a forest.
Let's go!
Guess we're not looking in the windows.
Nope! Fuck the windows.
I had a feeling the windows wouldn't be the solution. Like, yeah, look inside the building. Why would it point the alleyway if that was the case?
Break the window!
Crack it open! Finding our spot might be a little more difficult from here on out. I think we saw the night version of this scene when we were following the little dragon.
Oh, that's a pretty forest.
Yeah. Why is that?
We don't really have buildings and addresses. What?
What?
So she just
What?
knows everything.
What are you talking about?
We don't really have buildings and addresses as reference anymore. Here we only have a spot in the middle of a forest.
Don't worry, I have an excellent sense of navigation.
Well, you could always fly and find our way back if need be.
Let's hope we find it before it gets too dark, though, or things might become a lot more complicated.
I'd rather not get lost here.
You won't have to worry about anything. If there are any predators in the area, they'll see me as a better target than you.
Don't tell me there are predators in these woods.
Sexual predators? I mean,
Ah!
Oh my god.
not
Whoa.
really. There might be a stray or two, but that should be it. These woods are considered to be very safe.
Ipsum, what are you doing here? Did somebody
like how,
say
like-
predators?
I'm playing like a playlist of just the OST, and like
right.
right as that part happened, like the ominous music started playing.
Considered to be
Like,
very safe, yeah.
Predators. Whoa.
Boom, boom. Like a
Oh shit.
dramatic thunder strike. If that's true, and if worst comes to worst, you could just fly away.
I guess that's true.
Yeah, leave me for dead.
You kind of sound like you don't like the woods, though.
I hate them. They're creepy. I like going for walks in the woods as long as it's safe.
Yeah, creepy. Then you don't have anything to worry about here. I already told you there shouldn't be any predators. There shouldn't really be any predators in these parts. It's not like these woods are haunted or anything.
Don't say that.
Haunted, that reminds me of something.
What is it?
Maybe you'll be interested in this. In our world, there was a forest that was notorious for the many suicides that took place there.
Oh, just like
Okay,
this
so...
one douchebag that named Logan Paul.
Logan Paul went to the forest and filmed him, put him in the YouTube thumbnail. I had to... Okay, so that back alley in that school looked a lot like a Japanese school. Like the... So I don't know if this is like taking inspiration from Japanese buildings and whatnot, even though
Probably.
it sounds like he's European or something like that.
Probably just like a mix mash of everything.
Yeah, I guess so. But I, for some reason, him bringing up the suicide forest doesn't surprise me because of that was just the scene we were in. That's
Yeah.
weird. Yeah.
I mean, the humans have very Japanese sounding names like Reza and Izumi. Not very. Don't sound like they're.
Ipsum Lorem Bryce.
I'm talking about humans.
Oh, the humans.
That's why I said
oh,
Reza
yeah.
and Izumi.
I don't. Yeah, Reza and Izumi.
Izumi.
I
Yeah.
guess so.
So I don't know.
It was said to be haunted by angry spirits.
That sounds horrible. But why are there so many suicides there? Why are the spirits so angry?
Well, in Japanese folklore, yeah,
That's
it's
racist.
lore about forks. The spoons don't like that lore. Folklore, people have a soul or spirit that is called a Reikon.
What the fuck is Japanese?
What is it, Japanese? They probably know what Japanese is. They know what English is.
Yeah.
Upon a person's death, the Reikon separates from the body and goes to form a purgatory. After certain rites have been performed, the Reikon then goes to join its ancestors and becomes a protector of the living family. However, under certain circumstances, the rites not being performed correctly or dying in a sudden or violent manner, Reikon transforms into a Yurei instead. The Yurei can return to the physical world and it haunts it until it's been laid to rest. So there you go.
Fucking weeaboo.
Another myth for your collection.
Well, I know where not to go for my next vacation now.
Yeah, don't record it either.
Yeah.
I wouldn't want to visit either. It's just a myth anyway.
I suppose.
What do you think about stuff like that?
Paranormal stuff? You know, until a few weeks ago, humans were still just a myth. And if we look at the portal, it's like something that came out of science fiction.
Mm-hmm. Ipsum certainly seemed interested in it.
He is. He actually read up on some new theories about it.
Like what?
You remember him telling you about the different branches and how the barrier separates them, right?
Yeah.
So, since the barrier is made up of wormholes and using the portal displaces them, it leaves gaps in the barrier.
I distinctly remember him talking about something like that.
Through these gaps, he thinks we can communicate with our alternative selves in the other timelines.
That would be helpful. How does that work?
It all goes into the nature of existence itself. Who are you as a person? Do you think you are just the Chrono from this branch? What about the ones from all the other timelines who have made other decisions? Would you consider yourself to be the same person as them? The only difference between you and the Chrono from another branch may be that you decided to skip breakfast this morning.
I would say so, more or less.
Maybe you are all of them.
How is that possible?
Like a seed from which many roots can sprout, or a tree in its branches, there may be a uniting factor that branched off into these different timelines, your fundamental nature. You might call it a soul or something similar, but the idea is that even though you are there, but the idea is that even though there are many different versions of you, there is an aspect that unites all of you.
Part of myself that stands over me? Kind of like a superego?
An interesting comparison.
Have you been talking to Kevin?
Oh no.
Are you talking to that fucking douchebag? If we use a similar model here, then we can say that you are also made up of 3 distinct parts. In each timeline, you have a physical body which is driven by its own base desires that it seeks to fulfill. All physical needs like hunger, thirst, and even breathing fall into this category. However, as a being with free will, you are also capable of making your own decisions. That includes being able to act contrary to what your body is telling you. This ability to think and make decisions on your own is your rational mind, the self. And lastly, there's the third part I just talked about, the one that stands above all of you and unites you in some way. Let's call this your higher self. Through this higher self, you may be able to communicate with your alternative selves in some way. You know, like a video game.
I just saw that Steam message you sent me earlier. But
Are
yeah,
you just idling?
I had Yu-Gi-Oh open like before I went to bed, and I didn't even open it. I just opened the main menu because I was
That's
about to
funny.
start, and I was like, yeah, no. But it just shows me idle in that game.
I'm like, okay. You probably just fell asleep.
Yeah.
Usually the barrier would prevent this, but through the gaps, communication becomes a possibility. The more gaps there are, the easier this should be.
How would I go about doing that?
I suppose that would be the job of the higher self.
So I can't control it?
These are all just theories. We wouldn't really know until it happened. Only then could we study it.
Sounds like something that could be in-game stuff. I'm the ultimate Chrono. Hello. The thing's over there. If it was to happen,
Don't walk that way.
don't walk that way. That's bad. How would I know?
If someone else's experience relayed through this connection to you, it could manifest in a number of ways. Maybe it could be something like a deja vu or a false memory, maybe even dreams. But the biggest difficulty would be to recognize that this phenomenon is happening in the first place.
Kind of like if I tried to say, "No, Bryce, go on ahead," and I go like, "Wait, no, actually, don't do that."
It's interesting he's the last person that we're getting funding for.
Yeah, it's certainly quite out there, you have to admit.
Sure, but quantum mechanics are already complicated enough. Once you look at what lies beyond, it's just crazy territory.
I think I'd be into quantum theory if it didn't have so much math involved.
Yeah.
But yeah, whatever. What do you think about all this? I think it's stupid.
I think it might already be happening.
Oh shit, a little more perceptive. Really?
Just think about it. If the possibility of it ever happening is there, then it's more than likely it already has.
I'm not sure I follow.
Let us assume that this is an average timeline. The portals have been found by both of our people, contact has been made, and now you and Reza are both here for a visit. A few letters were exchanged before you and Reza were sent here, so that means the portal has already been used a few times. Using a portal once might only have an infinitely small effect on the barrier, like poking a hole in a castle wall with a needle. However, if you multiply this by a nearly infinite number of possible timelines in which the same events have happened, the effects must already be noticeable.
Okay. Yeah.
Of course, some people may be more susceptible to this than others.
You think you've already experienced it?
I don't know. I've been having some weird dreams lately.
Me too. Me too? I guess I could just
You've
say
been
it.
You've been having dreams about fire and
Let's not
walls.
say that, whatever, your dreams are weird. They're always weird. Fuck it. Me too.
Really?
Here we go. We were just entering a clearing. Well, okay, I guess we just don't continue that.
Like, alright, bye.
We're just entering a clearing, and from my view, I could see some odd lines that had been drawn on the ground. Hey, I think this is the spot.
Why do you think so?
I don't know. The giant X on the ground kind of gives it away. Lorem took flight with a few flaps of his wings. After looking at the scenery from above, he returned to me.
You're right, it does look like a giant X.
Guess it's time to get our hands dirty again.
That may not be necessary this time.
What are you talking about? He went to the center where the lines crossed and picked up an object that was lodged halfway into the ground. He returned to me once more, holding another capsule similar to the one we had found near the school. If we have to go back to the town after walking all this way, I'll fucking kill you.
And it's open. Apparently we're going to 6K now.
And where is that?
There's an abandoned store on the other side of the forest. That's where we're going.
That just means the way back is going to be even longer. Guess we're going to have to
Deal with it.
Huh. It's like submerged in water. Are you sure we should even be here?
This is the place indicated by the map.
Where did you get this map, dude? Somebody could be just like leading you into the forest to kill you. I was talking about the building being roped off.
Maybe that's just part of the game.
Seems kind of dangerous. Is the flooding part of the game too?
Hey, you can give up if you want to. I certainly won't.
Alright, I'm taking my shoes off.
Now, are you gonna help me or not?
I guess. Just didn't expect that I'd have to get wet for this.
All part of being a treasure hunter.
Let's
I'm already wet.
Let's just look for the X. I think I might know what the X is, if the flooding actually is part of it. Or maybe not. Because the half
Sure.
of the X could be the reflection.
You're a smart one, Mr. Grinch.
Mr. Gray. Lauren, I don't know why that was so funny. Lauren flew up to the light
know either.
fixtures to get a view from above while I checked the shelves.
I remember when we could still shop here.
What happened?
Apparently, the area has a problem with flooding, as you can plainly see.
You don't say. I can see that.
So much work and resources are needed to erect a building like this one, and in the end, it just gets abandoned.
Plenty of empty buildings where I come from.
Oh, really? Not sure this is a good reminder of home, though.
Yeah, but I live in the post-apocalypse, so it's kind of like not a great thing. At least we don't have a problem with flooding. There's no rain. I nearly got sent back, by the way.
Really? Why?
Political reasons. Oh, I don't think I'm supposed to talk about it.
You just did.
Oh,
Is it related to that announcement they made about Reza?
maybe.
Maybe. Guess things are getting pretty serious.
They are. Okay,
Hmm.
be a little more blunt about it.
Sad face. Have you found anything yet?
Sorry to spoil the mood here. Not really.
The music that's playing is so fitting. It's weird. I forgot that I was listening to music. Maybe it's underwater.
You think so?
Certainly not anywhere near the ceiling. I already checked there.
I found nothing near the walls or the shelves.
Could be hidden beneath the floor tile or something like that.
I suppose you're right.
Let's do it.
Alright. Without hesitation, Lorem vanished beneath the water's surface. I breathed in deeply, crouched down, and began looking underwater as well. I looked around, but nothing seemed out of the ordinary to me. Just as I was about to resurface and get some air, I heard a splash accompanied by a loud thud. What was that? Lorem? Everything was quiet as I looked around for my companion. Suddenly I heard frantic knocks coming from a shelf that was lying on the ground. Oh, he's underneath the fucking thing! He's banging this entire time. I realized that it was still standing when we came in. There's knocking this entire time. Jesus. As I waded over to it, it soon became clear that the knocks were coming from beneath. Lorem? Quickly, I mustered all my strength and grabbed the shelf, lifting it up until it fell over on the other side with a loud splash.
Whoa.
Lorem, resurface.
I wonder what last time.
What?
So I wonder what happened when he disappeared last time.
Oh, shit.
Oh, so
This
he
is
was by
what happened.
himself.
He came here by himself and got trapped and drowned himself.
Wow. What just happened?
Oh,
I was looking underwater and suddenly the shelf just came down on top of me.
You okay?
Yeah, I think so. My leg hurts a bit, but that's about it. I totally saw something. Let me show you.
Let's just gloss over that. Without waiting for a reply, Lorem dove down into the water again, resurfacing just a few seconds holding up an ominous metal box that had a large X on it.
This should be it.
Let's hope it's waterproof, though.
From the looks of it, it is. We should go outside, though. It'll be hard to read anything in here.
Sure. Let's go back to the other side of the forest. Well, what's inside? Lorem held up the box to me. I took one of the sheets of paper that were inside and started reading. I think these are pizza vouchers. Lorem was holding another sheet which he started reading aloud.
Congratulations! You have solved Pantoli Pizza's annual treasure hunt. Remember the code word enclosed for an instant rebate on your next order and a chance for the grand prize.
I'm about to fucking report Pantoli Pizza for putting a fucking pizza voucher underwater. And what if the next person that goes on a pizza hunt finds a dead body?
Yeah?
God damn.
You could be the lucky winner for a year's supply of Pantoli's pizza. This competition will run until... Oh.
This was
What is it?
old.
It's expired. The treasure hunt, the contest, apparently it all ended months ago.
What? So this is recent too. Goddamn. I'm gonna have some words. Can we still get the pizza?
Well, I don't think that offer is still valid.
I mean, we could still get pizza regardless. This whole thing has made me really hungry.
I suppose this concludes our treasure hunt.
We'll get it free anyway. I'm an ambassador. What do we do now?
I'll fucking make pizzas back home.
I can do this shit.
Maybe we could see this experience as another reminder that the journey is its own reward.
Yeah. And that you didn't die.
And then drown to death. I have this weird feeling.
Huh. Or that the early bird gets the worm.
You really want some pizza, don't you?
That makes me wonder, though, why didn't they get rid of the hints in this box when the contest expired?
They must have realized that people may still have these kits at home, even when the contest is over. If people went out looking for a hint in the woods and it wasn't there anymore, they might look for hours until they decided there was nothing to find.
Or they just didn't care. You know, I'm slowly starting to lose hope in Pantoli's pizza. Sending us here is really negligent. Who knows what would have happened if I wasn't... What would happen to you if I wasn't here? Maybe this whole thing could crash down on the next unlucky people who end up here.
Oh, one sec. Hey.
Wow.
Okay. Maybe that was why it was roped off in the first place.
But you thought it was part of the game. Maybe they shouldn't have put up a sign or
Hold on
something.
1 second. Again.
Okay.
Laura, where are you going?
Laura, come back! Maybe they should have put up a sign or something. You like that?
What?
The fuzzy hair?
It's fuzzy.
Mm-hmm. Thank you.
You got a haircut today.
Yay!
He's very. His head is very soft.
Mm-hmm. Like a
He's
peach.
Yes. like a bunny or something.
Bunny.
Yes. Yes. What?
Nothing. We can go an hour 12. It's not bad. Boom, boom. It's actually something I would do if they like, okay, here's a combo that requires 7 bars, meter bars, and you need to use a sparking blast. I'm like, yeah, I'll ignore that. I want something that you can use in almost any situation. Maybe 1 bar.
Okay. My stepdad was like, "Hey, I'm home. Can you do it?" I'm like, "No."
No, I don't want that.
No.
Okay, get off Twitter.
Sorry. While I was talking, Lauren walked towards one of the wooden poles that was used to rope off the building.
Did you keep going or did you just wait?
No, I went 1 sentence ahead. Just the sentence you
Okay.
saw earlier. He picked up a large rectangular object from the ground that was hidden in the grass. It was a wooden sign.
Warning, do not proceed past this point. The treasure hunt has concluded and there is nothing more to find. Danger ahead.
Why was it on the ground? We could find the treasure, but not this huge sign? What does that say about us?
I'm not sure exactly. We should probably head back before it gets too dark, though. We still have to go through the woods again.
Alright, let's go.
Do you want to pick up some pizza on
Yes.
the way home? Fucking yes.
I don't know. Yeah, let's take him. Let's get a free pizza for him. Fuck it. Looks like I have some free time today. I guess we're not doing that. Order some lunch or get some well-deserved rest.
Get some well-deserved pizza.
Here we go. Skip ahead. Bum 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 bum. I'll do it. Bryce is still alive. What a. If that's important, why don't you just watch it regardless? Okay.
Hey.
I guess it doesn't
You
matter.
can visit the witness. There might be new stuff since you was at Ipsum.
Oh yeah.
Since he's not pissed off about Lauren being missing.
Oh yeah. Oh, it's you. Can I help you? Yeah, I'm working with the police and hoped you could answer a few questions. Because I responded to your call for witnesses about last night, right? Yes. Alright, what do you want to know? Can you tell me what happened? Sure, I was running an experiment in my home laboratory and waiting for it to finish. Around 2 a.m., I suddenly heard a few bangs outside. They reminded me of small explosions. It sounded like they were coming from just around the corner. I see, nothing... Did nothing about this seem unusual to you? Not really. I know I've caused a few similar disturbances with my experiments before. Someone else decided to take up home experimentation. They certainly had my approval. Besides, I wasn't in any position to abandon the experiment that was running at the time, or else I could have had a similar outcome. Thank you. I think that will be all. No problem. By the way, are you going to meet with Loriman again anytime soon? I don't know. Why are you asking? You've hung out with him a few times now. You see, he doesn't have many friends, and I think he's starting to like you. That's not really unusual. It's just, if something happens the next time you meet, don't be mad at him, okay?
Whoa,
Okay.
that's...
Oh, what a weird thing to say.
How ominous.
Shoji!
Oh,
Damn
weird
it.
thing to say.
Rest in my apartment, I guess. Skip ahead. Who the fuck is that?
Why do you keep skipping me?
Oh well.
Hey, it's me. Do you want to meet up again? I know you're busy, but the summer festival is coming up soon. I'm not saying we should go, but we could certainly, we certainly could if you wanted to. In any case, call me back when you hear this.
Let's order some lunch.
Oh, fuck, I want some lunch.
What's a fucking pizza? Bing bong.
Hey!
Straight to the finger up in the air. Hey!
Ah, hello!
Hi, Lorem, in that one pose you have. Oh, there's the other one.
Well, this is where you live.
You already got a glimpse when you
Looking like this.
delivered Ray's letter, remember?
Yeah, but back then I didn't really notice anything. I was nervous.
Why were you nervous?
Well, there was the fact that I was going to speak to a human, plus I didn't know if you'd actually listen to what I had to say. And then I also wondered if I was going to remember everything I wanted to tell you, or worse, I'd get thrown out again, like when I talked to Reza.
You actually talked to Reza?
Well, not really. He just took the letter I had for him and closed the door, but that was before you arrived here.
Do you know who sent the letter?
It came through the portal, so I assume it was from a human.
I see.
Oh, that must be the sphere you found.
Lorem walked up to the table and picked up the round object I'd found at the park. Yeah, maybe you can help me find if it's actually Ipsum's or not.
Sure. Looks like it has no battery, though.
He turned the sphere a few times and placed it on the base and plugged it in. You assembled the Ixamen sphere. Actually, it was Lorem. This should be his achievement. So yeah, the base that we got in the trash at the police department is what is able to charge it right now.
Yeah.
He touched the base in a peculiar way. In response, writing appeared on the sphere surface. It's like a crystal ball.
Yeah.
The thing floats around and follows you and is like an iPhone? That'd be cool.
Yeah. Looks like this really is Ipsum's sphere. He'll be relieved to know that it was found.
So what can we actually do with it now?
Nothing really, unless you know the password, that is.
Yeah, let's snoop through his stuff. Oh, that's a shame.
That's a shame. I do happen to know his password, but that's only for emergencies.
No playing around with the sphere then. Got it.
By the way, did you hear about Ipsum? Apparently he's become a witness for a murder case.
Yeah, I actually took a statement about that not too long ago.
Really? Oh, does that mean that this has something to do with Reza's disappearance?
There's really no use denying it by this point.
How long have you been helping the police anyway?
Since the day of my arrival, really.
Oh wow, I guess that explains why you've been so busy.
Yeah, you should probably stop distracting me. Go ahead and leave now. I'm gonna go!
I imagine you can't talk about it though. Where's Remy?
I don't really care anymore. Besides, I think it has become common knowledge by this point.
You're trying to find Reza, right? Wasn't he your friend?
Quote unquote. Not sure I'd call him that.
Still, he was supposed to be your partner in this, and now he's just gone.
I'm more worried about what he's doing now. Even if we find him, this may put our diplomatic relationship in peril.
Hmm.
I guess I shouldn't talk about stuff like that.
Why not?
It makes you sad. It's no use worrying about things I can't change. That I can't change.
Right. Just focus on the things you can. That's my philosophy. You know, it's a bit of a shame you didn't want to go to the festival.
I already had my fair share of adventure the last time we met. Besides, I should probably lay low for a while. For now.
You're right. The crowds would probably go crazy if they saw you.
Oh my god, they hit me now!
We'd still watch the big fireworks show together, though. We wouldn't even need to go to the festival grounds to do that.
Sure, if you like.
It only takes place at the end of the festival, though.
When's that, as if I don't know?
A few days from now.
You've been here a few minutes and already want to schedule our next get-together.
Get together. That's an odd way of phrasing it.
Hey, you want me to call it a date? Would you prefer I called it a day?
I don't know. It just seems a bit odd to me, considering this all started with me begging you to meet me so I could draw pictures of you.
We did that, and then we went treasure hunting, which was your way of saying thanks.
What would you call what we are doing here now, then?
Dinner. I invited you for dinner.
I'm going to eat you.
I'm not to eat here, though.
Oh.
Ugh.
Oh.
Alright, that's because I wasn't sure what's in the kitchen. I also don't know what you like, so let's
Now
just
it's like-
order
now
something.
one of the-
Huh?
Now the tense music is playing, so now I'm just like tense right now for some reason. I'm like, I don't think anything really happened. I'm just like, oh god, what's happening?
Gonna eat Lorem, that's what's gonna happen.
There's just piano and like a flute going right now. It's not like it's very mild music going on right
Yeah,
now.
but it was playing like it was one of the little like kind of serious songs. Like, oh god.
Stuff that plays when you're looking at a dead body.
Yeah. There are a few places nearby. Do you have anything in mind?
Pizza! I'm not really in the mood to try something new.
Sure. How about pizza?
Sounds good. I mean, can you hear me?
No. I mean, all right. Let's just call Pantoli's then.
They already
Why
let
did
us
you say
down. They already let us down with a treasure hunt. Why do you think this will be any different?
They're the closest, and I haven't ordered from them in ages.
We'll get it for free anyway. Maybe for good reason. If they can't even get the treasure hunt right,
Oh my god.
I don't want to know what they want to do with
Your
pizzas.
character's being dumb.
It's just a pizza, Chrono. How bad could it be?
Fuck it! Alright.
Fine.
If you want to vouch for Pantoli's, then we're done. We're done professionally.
Get out of
I
my
think
house.
Lorem would know a little bit more than you.
Go ahead. Lorem took the sphere from its base and started to manipulate its interface with his fingers. What are you doing?
Looking up the menu.
I thought using Ipsum sphere was only for emergencies.
He went into my room when he was looking for the sphere, and he isn't allowed to do that unless it's an emergency. It's the least he can do, considering you found it for him.
Alright. Shit.
If you don't want pizza, I can just put it back and we can order something else.
Or we could call him and ask him what kind of pizza. Fuck it.
Why is this such a difficult thing?
My dude's being a dick. Alright. Food poisoning bad. You already touched the sphere. It's too late to put it back now.
Oh, you kind of.
Did I what? Did I
You're
cut out?
kind of breaking up for a second.
Discord's being weird. Maybe I should end the call and call back. Because I just
maybe.
started... Yeah, let me do that real quick. Hold on.
Technical difficulties.
Whoops. Join call?
Wait, oh.
Yeah.
End it.
There we go.
I'm gonna leave the quality and the frame rate low. Because we don't really need high frame rate for this sort of thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hello, Serum Sword. Welcome back to Dragon Focus.
Dragon focus. It's too late to put it back now.
If you say so.
Let's see.
Let's see.
Yeah, go ahead.
Even their smallest pizza is going to be pretty big for me.
We could share one.
Sure, what toppings would you like?
Meat!
I think I'll go with salad.
Oh my god. It's fine.
Salad on a pizza?
Seriously? Salad on a pizza? That's a new one. I think I'd be down for that, actually. Like a little extra crunch. This new one sounds interesting.
Interesting enough to try it?
I'll look at the other options first.
Alright, what would you like on your half?
Salad.
Grapes.
Fucking...
What the goddamn? No.
Yeah, pineapple. Let's do that. Salad.
Really? Alright. And done. The order is in place.
I wouldn't mind trying that at least once.
I mean, I'm sure it'd be fine.
Yeah. Yeah.
Probably.
For the next 30 minutes, Laura and I stared at each other in silence. Show me many of the other and less useful features on the Ixamen sphere. He made it levitate. Show me a primitive-looking website It even used it as a voice modulator.
Like, this is the Space Jam website.
Okay, here's the thing. Anything that can just levitate is an impressive technology. Think about that for a second.
I agree.
We don't have anything that's like available to the mass public that can just like levitate and follow you around. That's a big thing. And then it's also an iPhone. It's pretty cool. Less useful features. He made it levitate. Ooh, that's so stupid. Yeah, voice modulator.
I'm Shoji. I'm Shoji.
Who is Shoji?
I'll get it.
Shoji's is voicing Lorum right now.
Yeah, Shoji is the other guy talking.
Yeah.
Oh, he'll get the door. Lorm got up and walked to the
Get it.
door. From my place on the couch, I couldn't see anything, but I heard a bit of talking before he returned to me carrying the square box. Dude, you should have let me answer the door. I get it for free.
Flyer who just delivered this, I actually know her.
I guess it's not unusual for you to know each other. Your jobs are pretty similar.
I suppose. Some things never change in this town.
Was the day, Dean?
Maybe.
Lorm opened the
You never
box and showed me the pizza we had ordered. Memories of days gone by raced through my head.
Alright, let's get this party started.
Let's get the party. Don't party just yet.
Don't party just yet.
Don't we need more people for a party? Why don't I just kill the mood?
With pizza, anything's a party.
A pizza party. I feel like I haven't had pizza like this in ages.
What are you waiting for then?
I took one of the slices. On its surface, there was an obvious layer of grease that was sure to stain anything it came in contact with. Oh, crunch.
What do you think?
It's been way too long. I'm starting to cry.
Guess you don't mind that we got Pantolis now, huh?
Oh my god.
Close to pop.
With these words, he grabbed one of the slices on his half and bit into it.
I would cry.
Uh-oh. After chewing it a few times, his
Yeah.
expression suddenly twisted into a scowl. Is something
Yeah.
wrong?
Now I remember why I haven't ordered from Pantolis in a while. Their pizza sucks.
Wow.
Aw, it's not that bad.
It's probably because you haven't had pizza in a while.
Maybe you just haven't had a good pizza to compare it to.
Hey, it's still better than nothing.
I suppose.
Hey, weren't you the one that told me to give it a try?
Seriously.
By the way, how's your game coming along?
Mm.
Like, really thinking about it?
Oh. I don't know. I feel like I've hit a wall.
Why is that?
Maybe I got it in over my head, you know?
Well, maybe instead of hitting a wall, you should come out of the other side.
The more progress I make, the more it becomes apparent that I'll need a lot more help than I thought.
So far, you're the only one who's been working on this, right?
Yep, but I'm starting to realize that it won't work out if I continue like this.
Why not?
It would never be done. It would never be done, or if it was, it would be very different from what I'd like it to be, so something needs to change. I suppose I'm just worried, because once you start involving other people, things get a lot more complicated.
Yeah, because as soon as those other people stop helping, all of a sudden you're in more of a sticky wicket. How so?
I've always been the odd one out, so I'm not sure how well I can work with a team. You have to find people, work out how to pay them, and how to divide the work. I guess I'm just starting to realize what kind of investment this would actually be.
You sound a lot more optimistic the last time we talked about this.
Yeah, it's all fun and games when you're just thinking about ideas that you could turn into a game. But once you actually start working on it, it's a completely different story. At some point, it just becomes another job.
I hear that. Isn't that what you expected?
Of course it is. I knew it would be a lot of work, but I guess I'm just not sure it's all worth it.
Yeah, especially when you put it out after like 5 years and everybody goes like, this game sucks. It doesn't even have good moves. That depends on why you're making it in the first place. Last time you said that you had nothing to lose either way.
Well, maybe I was wrong about that. I do have something to lose.
What's that?
Myself.
Well, I saved that, so don't worry about it.
Oh. I'm not sure if I'm ready to do what is necessary to finish what I started.
If you think about it, what's the worst that could happen?
Investing a lot of time and money, only to end up with nothing in the end. It could end up disappointing those who play the game, those who collaborated with me, and lastly, myself.
That's what you're worried about?
That's what being a creator is like. If you put tons of work and effort into something, you want people to like it, right? If that's not what's going to happen, why do it in the first place?
Do it for yourself. Then it's just a bonus if people like it. That's my philosopher. But you're not doing this for other people, are you? It's your game and your idea, after all.
Right, but
Shut up! You're not trying to cater to someone else.
shut up!
So what?
Oh my God.
So what other people think is not important. Besides, what they think is outside your control anyway. Just look at what happened with Pantoli's. Why do you think their pizza sucks?
They probably cut a lot of corners during production, and with the ingredients, they value quantity over quality, and are only trying to get as many pizzas out as possible to satisfy demand. They are cheap, and the pizza tastes like it.
Okay, but they're still in business, so this must be working out for them somehow. Even if you don't like it, they're offering something other people clearly want. Like me, so shut up about that. I like the salad pizza, apparently. They probably
I
don't...
like it. I'll make you another one.
They probably don't give a damn about what... Like, I really like this pizza.
While you're talking to me.
I'm sure they don't.
How many iterations of this story are there? This is the last romantic route, I guess?
We're going
If there isn't even a romantic thing. It's the last route with a specific dragon. Then we have to get the bad ends for everybody.
Yeah. Then there's an evil ending.
And there's the evil end where I'm a dick to everybody and don't go with anybody and just, like, basically do shitty stuff the entire time. I'm looking forward to that one.
And there's the true ending.
And the true ending,
then
which
after you do
requires
the
achievements.
True ending, if you have enough achievements after seeing the true ending, you get the total ending.
So,
What the
Yeah.
goddamn
So
is
it could
this
be-
game?
it could be 1 to 2 more streams after this.
Yeah.
It's a visual novel, so it's got some length to it, especially if you're actually reading everything out loud and pausing like this. They just give people what they want, and that's why they stay in business.
Are you saying that I won't be successful if I don't cater to others?
I'm just saying, put titties in the game. That'll
I'm
cater to...
saying that put titty like, whoa. Like
Shit, I lift my shirt. Potato.
God.
No, I'm saying that
Sorry,
unless...
I had the wormhole. I contacted myself in Remy's universe.
Sorry, I thought you were Remy for a
was
second, and
fucking
for some reason I
stupid
was
back then.
weird. Okay, I'm saying unless being successful is the goal, you don't need to cater to anyone else. Yeah, just do it for yourself. Because if you did, you'd end up like Pantoli's, and you'd really lose yourself.
I guess you have a point.
But I like the pizza, so fuck you. So what if other people like their greasy pizzas? That's not what you want to do.
Certainly not.
You said yourself that your philosophy is to focus on the things you can change, so what are your options here? A wise person once said, do or do not. There is no try.
There is no.
That's literally a Yoda quote. I'm not even kidding. There you go.
Oh my god.
That's funny. Not doing this has never been an option for me.
Then you make them... I'm glad he didn't get my reference, because he would be, like, face-palming so hard right now. Then you make the most of it, and nothing else matters.
I think you're right. I think I should just focus on getting things done as best I can.
Who knows? Maybe you're wrong about Pantoli's. Yeah, maybe you're just wrong. Fuck you. Maybe they're
You're a
actually
piece of shit.
a big family restaurant with a rich tradition and history, and that's why people like them.
No, I think it's just because they have cheap pizzas.
Alright, whatever.
Well, anyway, there's a good reason for my anxiety. I usually keep it to myself, and that's always how I've worked best. There's one thing that life has taught me, it's that people fear what they don't know. I guess that's an odd thing to say when humans are worshipped by many. Most of them don't actually know any humans, not like I know you. Maybe I should rephrase that. People are afraid of what they don't understand. I was bullied a lot when I was a kid.
I can see why. I mean...
What?
Wow.
You know, it can be pretty tough when you're growing up and all these other kids are always bigger than you are. Luckily, that was never a problem for me. Even in kindergarten, we get told not to make fun of our differences because of how different our species are. It's just odd that for a society that celebrates our differences, there are still things that are too different even for them. When I grew up and went to college, I thought that people would know better than to continue doing those horrible things, but I was ultimately proven wrong. Their bodies may have been those of adults, but their hearts had stayed in the same place as they were a decade before. Working on my own has helped, but that is treating the symptom, not the cause of the problem. Can't always just run away, and I'll have to step into the limelight and brave the storm again if I want to finish this game.
Is everybody in this world depressed? Everybody has these, like, ghosts or skeletons in their closet and just sad.
I think it's just like the last three, because Aideen didn't really, and
Yeah.
Bryce kind of just had alcoholism, but it wasn't too much.
Well, he also got attacked by his friend's brother that bit him in the neck and had to deal with that whole thing.
Yeah, and people are complex, man.
I guess. Everybody's got their own stuff. Maybe nobody's happy. I've never been happy.
Suck. I've never been happy.
Are you happy now? I've never been happy. Anyway.
There's something about me.
Here we go.
Oh.
Here we go.
In a way, I owe it to you to tell you, because you're going to find out sooner or later anyway, and when it happens, it should be on my terms rather than someone else's.
Yeah, Ipsum told me there was to be something. Go ahead, lay it on me. What is it? I'm gay. Oh.
I'm a hermaphrodite.
Oh. Okay. That I honestly did not expect that.
Okay.
I was born with both sets of sex organs, and before you ask, that's not something that is at all common in any of our dragon species.
Okay.
In the eyes of some, that makes me a freak of nature, something that needs fixing or shouldn't exist in the first place.
I would never be upset at somebody for being a
Get out.
hermaphrodite.
Get out! Wow.
Oh my God,
That's how I get the bad end, or that's how I can get the
That's
dick
how you
ending.
that's how you just stop, like, yeah, this interaction.
I'm not sure what to say.
Okay.
I don't mind.
Why
You
the
don't?
fuck would we care? It's so
Sure, some
mean.
people would think it's odd, but I don't. I mean, it definitely caught me off guard, but I don't think it's
Yeah.
bad. It's just another part of who you are. Ew, you have a vagina? Gross.
Thank you. Such a big relief.
So you have a stick and a gash? Pfft. Out. Get out.
Get the fuck out of my Christian
They just
household.
worded it like that.
Show us your minge, love.
You know, not always the bullies who go after me once they know. Too often, it's also been people who I thought were my friends. So whenever I meet another person, I have to prepare myself for this conversation, not knowing whether they will suddenly turn against me when they find out.
I'm sorry, I was eating pizza. What were you saying?
Oh, the salad's great, isn't it? Their reactions can be very different. Some get angry and make fun of me. Others feel betrayed and don't want to have anything to do with me anymore. By now, I think I've seen it all.
Betrayed. Betrayal.
Betrayal. I'm so glad you're not like them, but it's always a gamble. Maybe the next person I tell is going to become violent.
Yeah, maybe another universe will kill you. I don't know.
Jesus.
Huh. How can I put myself out there when this could happen wherever I go? You know what I mean?
It's kind of real.
What will people do when they find out about me in my game? I just don't know.
He'll be popular on Tumblr.
That's why he's
Yeah.
worried about being in the limelight.
On Drangler.
Drambler.
That's what I'm worried about. I only wish there was a place where I could be safe from all that, where it just wouldn't matter that this is who I am. Well, I got a place for you.
It's called Out of My House. Get out.
Oh my God.
If someone like you, someone with a place of authority, said something, maybe that could change things. I know you can't interfere with our politics, though. You're an ambassador. Doesn't mean that I don't have hope that something like that will happen one day. I should probably go now. It's getting late.
No, stay.
Let me see.
Oh my God.
You feel a lot better, though.
Let me see.
You told me not to worry about the future, and maybe you're right. Sure, there's a lot of work ahead, but maybe it's not as hopeless as I thought.
It never is.
Hey, do you still want to see the fireworks show together? Get
No.
out.
Never run away and never
Not in a
return.
million years. I'm going with Anna.
Yeah, sure. I'm going with
Never
Adine. She delivers pizza.
Alright, just give me a call in a few days so we can discuss the details.
I'll do that.
Alright, I'll see you then.
See ya. Bye.
There was like a post on the Reddit here where, like, you know that meme where it was like, hey, you see that guy? And it's like, he does this, and then like the angry
Oh
face.
yeah.
It was like, I think it was the number 3rd one, and it was like, hey, you see that guy? It's like, he chose get out. And then it was that face. Fucking bitch.
That reminds me. This is kind of like, kind of off topic. It was weird. My manager said that he went to the library, and I guess the person working the counter was a dude, but they were like wearing makeup and lipstick and all that, and he like avoided talking to them because he didn't want to offend them or something like that. I was like, you shouldn't really need to worry about that if you don't actually think some bad stuff.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, I didn't want to just, I don't know, I just sort of wandered around. I was looking for a book or a certain section for like 30 minutes and avoided talking to them. I was like,
Kind of
Okay.
seems worse, like, if you're not talking.
yeah,
to them.
like, I was like, yeah, you really shouldn't have to worry about that. If you honestly don't have bad thoughts on your mind and that's not going to just come out automatically, then you shouldn't have to worry about that.
Yeah.
But maybe he does, and I don't know. He's a cool guy, I guess. Usually. I don't know how he is, and he's like, man, I just didn't want to. He was getting all nervous too. He's like, I didn't want to offend them or anything. I was like, I didn't know if I was gonna say something that could offend them. I was like, yeah, well, I guess I don't have that problem at all. I just walk up and ask.
Well,
Anyway, another free day. Yay me. In the end, I skipped.
didn't even matter.
Intuition. He's going for the moon. Go alone.
Yeah, let's go along.
People are shitty. If someone wants to be offended, then they will be regardless of merit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah. Like half the people on the internet, even when they're not the person that's offended, they get offended for other people. It's like, you know what? That could make somebody angry. And the other person's like, ha, that's funny. I'm that, and I think that's funny. It's time to go. Oh, I still have Ipsum's Ixamen Fear. I could give it a Lorem when I meet up with him. Take the sphere.
Yes.
Yeah.
Fucking do it.
Yeah, I'm wondering why he didn't take it last time. I guess he got distracted by that whole hermaphrodite talk.
It's like, I'm just gonna go. I should go.
I should go. Tell me more about the hermaphrodites. The Reapers.
What?
Sorry, the Reapers. Oh, yeah, the sooner Ipsum gets it, the better. I took the sphere and put it in one of my pockets. One of them, huh? I think I would have to carry it. Just turn it on and let it levitate behind me. Fuck. Whatever. It's probably going to help us with this. After a few minutes of walking, I arrived at a rather empty-looking area near the edge of town. Hey, Laura.
Hey, Chrono.
There he is with his finger.
There he is.
There he is! You were right. This will be much better than mingling with the crowds. I can do without all the extra noise and screaming.
Yeah.
So what are we going to do now?
Wait.
Alright, you going to say
hear
more
that?
than one word?
The wind.
The wind. Oh, I also brought Ipsum's Sphere. Maybe it can finally find its way home.
Great. Would you mind holding onto it though? I don't really have a bag or anything to put it in right now.
Can we just turn it on? That's alright, just remind me to give it to you later.
Sure. I think it's starting. Look! Look at the
Uh-oh.
clown!
Here we go! The clown! This looks like
Now
a
I see
cheek
it.
paint or something
Now
like
I
that.
see it.
Okay. And it's kind of
it
like a
looks-
cat face with a like little
It looks
nose thing.
very weird.
It's weird. Like I saw that from the get-go, and I can't not see it now. It's so weird. Anyway, suddenly a terrible realization hit me for the 7th time. Considering how public, blah 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 blah. Lorem, I think we need to go now.
What's going on?
I know where Reza is.
Really?
We need to stop him.
What do you think I can do? He's twice as big as I am, and let's not forget about his weapon.
I can try to hold him off. You go and get help.
Alright.
Fly. You should be fast. Fly, you fool.
Wait a minute. Give me the sphere.
I thought you said you didn't have pockets. There you go.
Make him follow me.
It made like a scratching across a table sound. I watched as Lorem took the sphere from my hands and slid their fingers over its interface in a peculiar way. After a few seconds, they were done, and the sphere was back in my hands.
It might not help you much, but if something goes wrong, just throw it at him.
All right.
Where is he, anyway?
The underground building. I know that somehow, even though we haven't been to the portal yet to see that he's not there. We should think he's at the portal, not the underground building.
Oh.
But maybe I just know that now because I'm finally aware. Let's go! By myself. You do your other thing.
Alright, bye. Bye.
Bye! See, he's not even... Okay. Whatever. Maybe I'm just like... Maybe it's intentional. I arrived at the portal just a few minutes later. I couldn't help but be glad that it was still turned off and didn't appear to have been used recently. Here we go. You know what? I'm not having this conversation with you again.
Oh.
What are you talking about?
Your plan, Reza. I know all about it.
Great, then stop wasting time and help me with this.
I'm not here to help you. This is where it ends.
What is your problem, Chrono? You know about the comments, so we can't stay here.
Just shut up, Reza. I'm not in the mood to talk with you anymore. I don't need to because your friend has just arrived. Uh-oh. Suddenly, Maverick and Lorem appeared next to me. Lorem, leave!
You planned this, didn't you, Chrono? Traitor!
Oh, boy.
I thought we have a special.
He pulled out his gun. Not sure which one of us he should be aiming at.
Maverick's like, fucking God, I'm
God.
still here.
Oh,
I have a feeling when I'd fucking die right now.
There I
Oh my
go.
God. I'll forget this thing ever happened.
You got 6 bullets for 3 people. Do you... Listen, stop tempting him with that line, because do you really think you could really do that, Reza? Do you think it's worth risking your life for?
I've been risking my life for this every day for the last 2 weeks. What did you do during that time? You like champagne, don't you? They belong. Hey, wait, why are you skipping me?
Suddenly, the administrator came out of nowhere.
So fucking sick of this too. I mean, no,
I
they
keep
belong to
getting
me.
shot.
Maybe I can do
Confused.
something different this time.
Reza spun around, aiming his gun at the newcomer.
Who the fuck are you? I said
Let's
freeze.
see if we can skip. Nope, we can't. Want to waste your bullets on me? Feel free. You can't stab all of us. Oh, sorry.
Please, for the God. No, please, God. No,
Ah!
I want to die. Ah! Fuck!
You pulled the trigger, the administrator fell to the ground. The dull thug knocked her mask off. Not again! This sucks. This really sucks.
I keep dying in the same position, too.
It's like the Yamcha pose in the crater. My first instinct was to run away, but as Maverick and Lorem started charging, so did I. Oh, he took one more bullet that time. Razor was quick in his aim, and shot Maverick until it went down. Lorem took flight with a few beats of their wings. I was about to collide with Reza, but at the last moment, Reza got out of the way and hit Lorem with a well-aimed kick. Kya!
Wow.
At least didn't shoot him. He is small. Jesus. The size of those tiles are maybe a foot or 2 across.
Yeah.
Lorem collided roughly with the wall and fell to the ground. Remembering Lorem's words, I took the sphere and threw it towards Reza as hard as I could. At first, it looked like I was going to miss, but the sphere adjusted its path and flew straight towards him. Oh, fuck! Reza aimed at me, but the sphere hit him before he could pull the trigger. He lost his balance and stumbled backwards before he hit the ground. As he got up, I saw the barrel of his gun was now bent out of shape. Oh, shit. When he realized this, he bolted towards the exit.
The fuck is that?
I tried to stop him, but he hit me in the face with the gun's blunt end and ran past me. Oh, my fucking nose! It took a few seconds until I composed myself and ran after him. Maybe I should start with that next time.
Yeah.
As I went up the hill, I saw Reza was already taking his place while the portal did its starting routine. I ran up to the console and entered a few commands. Reza turned around and saw me.
What are you doing?
Reza walked off the platform, but I quickly ran around the console and threw my weight against him, just in time for the portal to start teleporting us. Oh. This is new. I'm taking him back with me. Lorem lived to tell the police what had transpired in the underground building. The conversation they had overheard was enough for the dragons to find out about the comet, and with the help of the portal's power source, they were able to divert it. As neither humanity nor the dragons knew where Reza and I ended up, our visit was considered a failure. Humanity had decided that if our visit did not yield any results, they would no longer try their luck with the portal, and instead use their remaining energy to hold on as long as they still could. For the dragons, life went on as usual, but for our city, this outcome meant they had to continue their fight on their own. It was an uphill battle that eventually lost when the city ran out of resources and fell. Okay. It just
It's
ends.
What?
So, really? Not like I take Reza back and maybe convince him that we have enough time and we can do sort of everything?
Well, I guess that's just an ending.
I guess so. Is
There
that
are
not the
many
good ending?
branches. No, that's a good ending.
Okay.
The bad ending is like I think after he kicks him, I think Reza like shoots Lorem and he dies.
Maybe it's if I don't have the sphere to bend his gun.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Because like, I think most of the bad endings are avoiding these key moments. Like, Maverick, don't talk to him don't ask him to wait at one point for Bryce's ending. If you don't tell him to wait, you get his bad ending.
Right, that's the
Yeah.
when it had the blood thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, if it has the symbol next to it, that's like
That's the
that
good ending.
Yeah, so
indi-
pretty much
yeah,
anything.
indicates the good
Yeah,
ending.
as long
But
as
if I
you
pick
get
the
it.
other thing, I will get the bad ending.
Yeah.
I guess. Okay.
That's basically how you get bad endings.
Let me play the role of Tumblr real quick. Why is it that the hermaphrodite doesn't have a love interest option?
Well, neither does Aideen, really.
Yeah, because it kind of goes from it kind of goes to Lorem to Aideen, and then everybody else is fairly romantic, going from.
There is a
Remy.
mod.
Well,
There's
Aideen, you kind of
apparently
like adopt a kid together, and there's actually an ending. This has like nothing.
Yeah.
Well, this was a Kickstarter, like, whatever, dragon, so they probably just, like, quickly added in the story.
Wait, Lorem was?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know.
He
Okay.
was like the top tier
They're-
Kickstarter, like,
they are.
Made a, whatever,
I don't know whether
major
you
character.
mostly called him he, so I don't know. If
That,
he
no,
does,
I actually noticed that they switch from he to they sometimes.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So I was actually like, oh, that's weird that they went from he to there.
I was thinking about that too. I was like,
And
huh.
then all of a sudden, hermaphrodite, I was like, oh, okay. And I guess now that's finally clicking.
Yeah. So I don't know. I don't know if that's intentional or not.
It's crazy.
I mean, you could
Probably.
still
It's
identify
probably like a
it as
little thing
male.
like, oh.
Okay.
Hey, the credit song played a little too late. Good job, fucking playlist.
Uh-oh.
This
Post.
is-
Post credits.
Oh, I don't see anything. I
It's
think
making
still-
portal noises.
Oh, okay. I was like, is it just black?
We reappeared on the
Oh.
other side and collapsed to the ground. It was the day of my arrival in the dragon's world, just as I had planned. But now there's 2 raises.
Well, looks like Izumi's gonna have to fix that.
Oh, just as I had planned.
What the fuck is going on here?
Oh, look what the
Oh,
cat
look.
dragged in. Sorry. You're...
Yeah, it's fine. You're supposed to be dead. Am I? You're right. Today, dead.
Okay, Discord. Jesus.
But today is not the day.
Okay.
It made this
felt
weak
the
little
rest.
noise. Just. It's just so. It's like slowly. Huh? Huh?
Like, ow! Ow!
She held up Ray's head and punched him. His body instantly went limp as he fell unconscious.
Good job. Oh, is that yours?
She pointed at an object on the ground behind me. When I turned around, I realized it was the Ixamen sphere. Whatever setting Lorem activated had apparently prompted it to follow us, even through the portal. Oh, wow. Not exactly.
You better hold on to it regardless. Those things are expensive.
She walked over to Ray's lower half and started lifting him by the legs.
Come on, help me with this. We've got a long night ahead of us.
Huh.
Okay.
I don't think... You've seen Lorem's good ending.
Okay.
The plan.
Hmm.
Huh. So I guess...
Yeah, there he is.
So we pick up there? Maybe? On the next route? Okay, so what's next?
Well, unless
Also, I
you
don't see
wanna-
Lorem here.
He's out flying at the top.
Oh, there he is.
yeah,
Okay.
I was like, "Oh."
I was like, what? Did we fuck up? It said good ending.
So I mean, you can get basically you can get the true ending if you want to, or you can get the bad endings and all the other like side endings.
Yeah, it depends what you want to do first. Because the true ending is available now, but you can do.
But not the true ending.
Yeah, you have to see the true ending first anyway to get the total ending from what I read.
Yeah.
Let's take a look at this.
Aw.
I like the face. It's like a strong man.
It's like, it's a human.
Cute.
It's a human.
I think I remember we talked to him about this. Like, oh, why is the face on the chest?
Right, yeah, that's what it looks like. Okay.
It's cute.
Okay, well, I guess this is getting close to 2 hours. Maybe I should stop it and start it, and we'll
Okay.
just start
Yeah.
the next one from the beginning here. So I'm going to stop and start the stream real quick. Beep, beep, beep.
Do it.
Ah!